The soldier moved his body slowly on the withered log, but accidentally fell downward, hitting the rocks and crying out in pain. He desperately tried to climb up, but fell again. The cold impact directly broke several of his ribs. He dragged himself onto the shore, exhausted, and fell asleep as soon as he hit the ground. Suddenly there was a sound of water behind him. He turned around and saw a several meter-long crocodile staring at him. Ram held his breath and didn't dare to move. The crocodile took him for a corpse. After observing for a while, it dived back into the water. Shaken with fear, he immediately left the stream and took shelter up the mountain. However, the mountain was not safe either. A water nymph was standing not far away. Ram turned and ran, but accidentally made a noise. The water nymph immediately rolled its eyes to search for the target. The next second, the water nymph was dragged into the water by the crocodile. Ram thought it was surely doomed, but unexpectedly, the water nymph tore the crocodile into pieces and let out a deafening roar. Ram was sweating coldly and could only continue to flee for his life towards the mountaintop. When he reached a higher place, he saw a water pool with the wreckage of an airplane at the bottom. Ram broke off some scrap metal and sharpened it into a sharp spear. He also found a flare gun and a lighter in the wreckage. Just as he was about to leave, he was horrified to find a shell lying at the bottom of the pool, his hands and feet going numb. He had to force himself to calm down. At this moment, footsteps approached. A comrade came and signaled him to follow. The two entered a cave and found a huge egg hanging on a spider web, with something seemingly about to hatch inside. Ram had witnessed the horror of an adult water nymph and wanted to destroy the egg immediately. His comrade, however, was worried that the noise would attract the water nymph outside and firmly stopped him. Ram suddenly thought of the shell in the water pool. The two went back and fished out the shell, planning to use it to blow up the lair. But as soon as they got the shell, a chill pressed down on them from behind. The water nymph had silently stood right behind them,